Hey sinners, this is Centria. Here's the video you guys have been asking for, a garden update. I'm sorry that I have not been making videos the last few months on my gardening channel, except for that one random snake video. I've been making a lot more videos on my gaming channel though, which is youtube.com/sinplay instead of sinfoods. But let's go check out the garden. I have been neglecting it horribly, and I'm going to show you the cat now instead of at the end of the video because he's here. He wants to come outside. And I suppose I will allow him to come outside while I'm out here. It is currently 7 in the morning. I'll leave him alone to come outside. It's currently 7 in the morning. I went to 6 a.m. kickboxing. So I've got my kickboxing gloves still on. Well, not boxing gloves, just wraps. I haven't mowed my backyard in about 2 weeks. Not sure if you can see just how tall my grass is. It's like being in the jungle. It's pretty tall. It's pretty tall. My flower bed is doing all right. Let's come over to the secret garden before we look at the actual garden. I've got this blackberry bush, which was actually just a cutting that got left. That's massive. This thing is probably like 20 feet tall, and it's just like a rope that I have wrapped around this. If you see right here, it's just like a big rope. I don't know what to do with it. And then my grapevine is doing really well. And I'm trying to decide on this whole area. If you see how the little peak is, I kind of either want to build a deck or I want to pay someone to extend the slab out at least 5 or 10 feet so I can have more of a flat outdoor area. Do I have any grapes on the grapevine? Probably not. Let's see, I really need to work on my camera skills too. This grapevine's starting to look really cool. Like it's getting gnarled and old and wrapping around things and I feel bad because it's not where it needs to be and I don't know what to do. So we're coming over to the secret garden. The secret garden is here. It's very messy. I weeded it not too long ago. Didn't last very long. All my fish but one have died, probably due to heat more than anything, but there is a fish in there. He's hard to see, but he's in there. And I also have a large toad and a large green frog. I don't see him very often, but occasionally I'll move around here and I'll just see it, and it's a big green frog. This is my lemon tree. I have lemons upon it. Here's one of them. I don't know if they're actually going to get very big. One thing that's very interesting to note, and I don't know where it's at, there was a swallowtail butterfly laying eggs on this plant. Last year, or the year before, I think it was the year before, I had a swallowtail lay eggs on here and the caterpillars came out and they were weird looking. They were gray with white splotches, and when you poked them they had a forked tongue and went, "Eh," and it came out and it was weird looking. Anyways, he laid out eggs on there this year, and this year, you know, I'm not gonna kill the caterpillars. I'm gonna do whatever I can to actually ensure they survive, even if they eat a bunch of the leaves. I had an automatic drip watering system back here and I disconnected it because it was taking too much pressure off the in-ground sprinkler I tried to install myself on 3/4 of an inch piping instead of 1/2 inch PVC piping like you're supposed to use, so there's not enough pressure to make them actually pop up. So they just go bleh, 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 bleh. But the grass is green, so it works, but I've got to try to make it better. This little plant here is doing okay, but it's getting too much sunlight, so a lot of leaves die. This is a Tatsumi mandarin orange plant. I forget. It starts with a T and it sounds like Japanese. I saw the swallowtail butterfly also checking this one out and may have laid eggs on it. This is my blackberry bush back here. He's getting bigger, but he keeps dying because of the heat and my lack of watering. This is I forget what this is. This is, what are you called? Starts with a B. It's a very popular plant, and I've been trying to learn the names of flowers more, and I can't remember. Bromelia? No. That's the really bad way to say that tropical plant. Hopefully I'll remember that before the end of the video, but I don't remember. So let's go check out the food garden. I have been neglecting it. In some cases that's good. The cherry tomatoes seem to really like the neglect. Most everything else though is not happy with me right now. I usually face the camera that way, but I'm gonna face it this way because the sun is coming up. The sun is coming up. The sun is way back there. So my peppers are going crazy, and I really need to pick them. Just check this one out right here. Give you an idea of the size. Look how big these are. These banana peppers. Look at them, they're delicious looking. They're huge. A bunch of them are red and they're starting to get soft, and I really need to pick them, and I need to pickle them or something. These are my Santa Fe whites. They're they're almost like a sweet pepper, but they're spicy. They got more of a jalapeno kick. I got a bunch of those. Whoa, there's some weird ass fucking bugs on this plant. I think these are my serranos on the weird like fluffy plant. Look how big this one is. This plant is taller than all the other ones, and it is loaded with these, whatever they are. Probably, I don't know what that is actually. Then I got my Thai Hots, which is my cute little ornamental one. I've been picking some of the hot peppers and allowing them to dry because last year I used it all through the winter, and I would just open a pack of seeds and dump them in like taco seasoning or soups. What else do I got here? I think I had 1 or 2 bell peppers. I've never had luck with bell peppers. Yeah, here's a bell pepper that's turned red. I'll get you in there. Oh God. That's a big bell pepper that's turned red. He's actually really, really firm. Oh, here's another one. They're tiny, but they have really thick walls, so they've got a good taste to them. There's this guy that's decided he wants to live in the pathway. So let's move him. Moving on to tomatoes, because as you can see, my cucumbers are doing wonderfully. Look how healthy these cucumbers are. Look at all this beautiful brown and dead. This is what cucumbers are supposed to look like. All this behind me here is basil. Lots and lots of basil. And I have this problem with looking at the camera screen that I can see myself in, instead of looking at you guys. I am full of myself. But this basil smells delicious. Let's come over here. Here's Mr. Owl. Now I come back here. I think that's the screenshot we're gonna use for this video. Though I have to go to work soon. I have to jump into the, what's the thing called? The shower. I just got kickboxing all greasy. So this right behind me is my not my sweet pepper plant. What am I talking about? This is my cherry tomato plant. And I believe this one is my sunfire. No, this is not my sunfire. Sunfires are gold. This is Super Sweet 100. That's pretty good. The last batch I've gotten off here, I was overwatering. I was watering every other day. It was Texas, it was hot. And it tasted gross. But apparently tomatoes like to be abused. So I lowered the watering down to like once a week, and they're doing much better. Now this plant, if you see, I'm standing right next to it. Do you see how tall it is? It's not even staked. So most of this tallness is actually limped over. So this plant is probably 8 foot, maybe even 10 foot tall if I had it properly staked up. And it's hard to see, but let's get in there. There's a ton of flowers on here, but a lot of them aren't taking, and that could be a combination of lack of pollination, but also probably because of lack of nutrients and too much water. I can actually see a lot of green ones starting. Look at this right here. Do you see all the green ones right there? Yeah, good stuff. Now there's a couple more, like these are cherries, and there's a difference. There's cherry tomatoes and there's grape tomatoes. They are very different. Not really very. Let's see if I can find you guys a good grape tomato. I think this is a grape tomato. So the grape tomato is long. The cherry tomato is, I was gonna say circular, but this is also long. I don't see, here's one of my circular ones. Very small difference here. And I'm pretty sure these are different plants because I had several varieties. So this one's long, but this one is like perfectly circular. Different species. The circular one, it's a bit tangy. Definitely tastes like a tomato. The grape one, was considerably sweeter. A lot sweeter. Over here are my sunfires. They're sunfires, or they're a variety of sunfires, or they're a variety of orange tomatoes. So you see this is an orange variety. This is actually ripe when it's like a nice orange. Like this one's a good orange color contrast with this. You can see how nice it looks. Let's also eat this one. They're basically breakfast. Yeah, what's on the end of it? Oh, just a bit of a stem. Nothing wrong with that. So some of these make these long chains of tomatoes that are really pretty, but most of my chains only get 2 or 4 tomatoes on them. The last ones fall off, and that's probably a nutritional deficit on my part. It's about time for me to start planting some more stuff. I didn't do squash this year. Last year I had bad luck, and I'm hoping this year, I mean, I need to plant some winter squash if I'm going to. This is my single jalapeno plant in the kale bed for some reason. And the kale, of course, looks like death. It was through the winter and it got all sorts of bugs. And let's get in there so we can see how horrible it looks. Look how awful this all is. It's got gnats and cabbage worms, and there's like this weird web of death in there. Web of death. That is what that is, a web of death. But in theory, when it gets cooler, I'm gonna chop it all off, try to leave a few baby leaves in the center, and hopefully it will come back alive. Over here is my other pepper bed that is not doing as well, and I think there's 2 reasons for that. First off, I planted this pepper bed, and I planted it too dense, so I moved every other plant from there to here. Secondly, the soil in this bed is 2 or 3 years established. So it's been there, it's got all its little microbiology, and there's a microclimate. There's some technical words for it that I don't know off the top of my head. This one has fresh dirt from the store with compost in it. But the problem with that is it hasn't established. There was still a lot of stuff that hasn't broken down. And when I say it hasn't broken down, hopefully I don't get killed by something. See right here? Oh God. Let's see if we can get you in enough light so you can see this eventually. Okay, well, it's hard for you to see, but you see all the little white stuff on it? This is a wood chip, and that white stuff is a type of fungus or microorganism. I forget which I don't know if they're the one and the same. And it's one of the many signs of composition. Like when you're making compost, you want to see that in your compost. That stuff breaks down a lot of the bigger chunks, or the stuff in general. But when you have it actively composting, first off, it generates a little bit of heat, and secondly, a lot of the stuff is locked up. A lot of the nitrogen is locked up in the plants. I don't know what this is, but look how orange it is. Look how beautiful this pepper is. I gotta come out here and pick all these. I just gotta pick them all, and I mean, honestly, I'm probably just gonna give them away to my neighbors. I don't know what else to do. This was Mr. Sunflower. He has fallen to Texas. Texas has defeated him. Oh God, I broke his neck. Oh God. Say hello. He's so beautiful. This is what I want at my wedding. So beautiful. Oh God. So that's it. That's my quick update. I actually have to go to work, and we do get it in with kitties. Well, one cat. We had 2, but the other one's left. He's leaving. He doesn't want none of this. He doesn't want none of this. There you go. Hey, wanna say hi? What's this? Look over this way, you dumb. Look at this, you don't know what's happening. It's okay. I'm just abusing you. Just abusing you. Okay, this is Cintra signing out. Again, be sure to check out my gaming channel, youtube.com/SYNPLAY Synplay. And you can also join my Steam group, which is Steam group Synplay, SY, so do steamgroupcommunity.com/groups/SYNPLAY. Also Facebook page. And the reason I have all these pages is because everyone's in other places, and I've been live streaming a lot. So I've been doing a lot of live streaming. So if you want to communicate with me in a live setting, you just need to go to one of those places. There's also Facebook, facebook.com/Centria Synplay. One word, because both were taken, SYNPLAY. oh God, Syntria, SYNTRIA SYNPLAY. And then I'm also on player.me/Syntria or Synplay, I'm not sure. Then twitter.com/Syntria and all of the stuff in between. If you have any questions about any of my social media, let me know. I've also joined Beam, and I also stream on YouTube, and I also stream on Twitch, all at the same time. So be sure to check that out. I actually have a schedule. I'm trying to stream every Monday night, Wednesday night, Friday midday, Sunday midday afternoonish. So I'm trying to keep with that schedule. I've had a lot of people donating a little bit of money to me so I could do giveaways and buy more games so I could do more live streams for you guys. If you're interested in supporting me in that way, you can go to Patreon/Syntria, which is patreon.com/Syntria, or you could send some moolah through PayPal, which is SYNPLAY, synplay@gmail.com, or you could go to twitchalerts.com/whatever's in between, something donate/Syntria. And you could do that while I'm on live stream and you get to put your little message up there. Anyways, that was a big spiel. I probably spent half my time talking about that instead of gardening. Please ask me questions below. The more comments I get, the more likely I am to make another video. I completely credit you, Spellbinder, as well as some of you other folks who have been like, where are the gardening videos? I'll be honest, I was like, oh, leave me alone. I want to be lazy. I don't want to do it. But you guys being like, come on, we want one, really helped. So I am making this specifically for you guys. And if you want to join the team of people that are stopping me from procrastinating, all you have to do is leave a comment and tell me you want more and ask some questions. So this is Syntria signing out. I hope to see you guys again soon. If you're into video games, be sure to check out the video YouTube channel, and some will be on there as well. I will see you guys later. I have got to jump into the shower and get to work before I'm late. Goodbye.